Okay, a pleasant afternoon, everyone. How's your day so far? I hope you have a very nice day so far. So I can see it in your eyes that you are very eager to learn this afternoon about something. Okay, this afternoon we are going to finish the discussion about electric circuit. And we will start it by discussing electronic circuits. Okay, so what is electronic circuits? So last time we talked about how we solve the what? How we solve the voltages of the series and parallel circuits, and also the combining of resistors of both series and parallel circuits. So this afternoon, as what I said, we will continue the discussion of electric circuit, and we will start it in electronic circuits, and we will finish the discussion of electric circuit this afternoon. So what is, going back to the question that I asked you a while ago, what is electronic circuits? So electronic circuits, we have it there. An electronic circuit is composed of individual electronic components such as resistors, transistors, capacitors, inductors, and diodes, connected by conductive wires or traces through which electric current can flow. So that's how we describe electronic circuit. Another thing also, an electronic circuit is a complete course of conductors rather, through which current can travel. And it is a structure that directs and controls electric current to perform various functions, including amplification, computation, and data transfer. So these are the functions of electronic circuits. And lastly, circuits provide a path of current, or for current to flow. To be a circuit, we all know that this path must start and end at the same point. In other words, a circuit must form a loop, as I highlighted there on the screen. So again, these are the functions of electronic circuit. So next, let's talk about the analog and digital system. What is analog and digital system? How do we define them? So when we say digital system, in digital system class, the output of the circuit is either on or off. This one. So again, as I mentioned, as I said, in digital system, the output of the circuit is either on or off. There is no in between state. So I want you to remember that one. That is digital system. Another thing also in a digital electronic systems, these are very useful for storing and transferring information. So it is very important for storing and transferring information. Computers, mobile phones, and MP3 players all work digitally. Do you agree? Okay. So that is digital system, its use and its function. That's how we describe it. Okay, next is the analog system. What is analog system? So how do we define it, class? When we say analog system, in an analog system, voltages can have any value, positive or negative. Unlike in a digital system, it can only either on or off, and there is no in-between state. But in an analog system, voltages can have any value. It could be positive or negative. So digital, in general class, digital as well as analog system, both are used to transmit signals from one place to another, like audio, or video. So the spelling for analog there, I missed the U-N-E at the last part of the word analog, so please bear with it. Okay, so again, digital as well as analog system, both are used to transmit signals from one place to another, like audio or video. So next, let's proceed to the next. Okay, sorry. Okay. So let's proceed to logic gates. What is logic, or what are logic gates? How will we describe the concept of logic gates in the electric circuit? So always remember, when we say logic gate, it is a device that receives one or more electrical input signals. Again, it receives more or one or more electrical input signals and produces an output signal that depends on those input signals. Again, logic gate, it is a device that will receive an input signal and will produce an output signal depending on the input signal that it receives. Okay? So these signals are voltages. Again, the signals that we are talking about in input and output are voltages. So now let's have to describe about high voltages. When we say high voltage, it is referred to as on. Okay? And is represented by the symbol 1. So do not forget, high voltage in electric circuit, it can be referred to as on, and it is represented by the symbol 1 in logic gates. So next is a low voltage. When we say a low voltage, it is referred to as off and is represented by the symbol 0. So if you encounter the symbol 1, that means high voltage, and 0 represents low voltage in a logic gates. So do not forget how we use them in logic gates. The symbol 1 and 0 and on and off. Okay. Example of how logic gates operate. So let's try to study how logic gates operate by observing the examples, okay, or by reading the examples. So you have it there, examples of how logic gates operate. So let's start it with the AND. So we use the word AND or and not in a logic gate. So what is AND gate? The function of AND gate class, this one, an AND gate functions like this. Its output is on. Again, its output is on if both input 1 and 2 are on. Again, its output is on if both input 1 and input 2 are on. That is for AND gate. Okay, the function of AND gate. So what about the function of the OR gate? So the function of OR gate, it's like this. Its output is on, either, not both, but either input 1 or input 2 or both is on. Again, OR gate functions can be described as when its output is on if either input 1 or input 2 or both is on. That's for OR gate. And next is the NOT gate. So the NOT gate functions class, this one, the last one. A NOT gate functions, its function can be described as this. Its output is on if its input is not on. So again, its output is on if its input is not on. So that's how we describe it. Okay? So that's under the logic gate. So I want you to remember in logic gates about these words commonly used, the word and, or, and not. Okay? So let's now proceed. Let's continue about logic gates. So logic gates, here are the circuit symbols for 3 logic gates that we mentioned, the AND, OR, and NOT. So as you can see on the screen, letter A, it shows the symbol or circuit symbol for AND gate. So the AND gate has this. So input 1, input 2 equals output. So that is the symbol for the AND gate. Next is for letter B, it shows the symbol or circuit symbol for an OR gate. And letter C, lastly, this is the symbol or circuit symbol rather for a NOT gate. Okay? So I hope you'll be able to follow. Okay, so here is some logic gates or the truth tables that can describe the logic gates. So as you can see, for the AND gate, this is something like in logic in mathematics. So the AND gate, we can describe the input 1, input 2, input 3. We have here the truth tables for the AND or and not gate. Okay, in the logic gate. So let's start with the AND gate. As what you observe, input 1 you have the 0, input 2 0, then you have equals 0. Then 1 0 equals 0. 0 1 equals 0. 1 1 equals 1. So that's how you represent the AND gate for using the truth table. So I want you to be familiar with this, okay? And for the OR gate class, as you can see, the OR gate having this symbol. So using the truth tables, you can describe the input of the OR gate as this. Input 1, input 2, input 3. So we have 0, 0 equals 0. 1, 0 equals 1. 0, 1 equals 1. 1, 1, of course, equals 1. So that's how we describe the OR gate. That truth table used to describe the OR gate. Okay? Lastly, for the NOT gate, since it is represented by this symbol, we can describe the truth table of NOT gate as 0. Of course, its opposite is 1. 1, then 0. So these are the truth tables that we can use to represent and describe the logic gates. Okay? The 3 logic gates rather, the AND gate, the OR gate, and the NOT gate. So I hope you'll be able to memorize and be familiar of the table. Okay? That is very useful. You can also connect this table or the truth table in the logic thing about mathematics. So now let's proceed. Combining, let's now try to combine or talk about combining logic gates. So how do we combine logic gates? So what have you observed? In the first, in letter A, it shows, again, the picture shows the 2 ways of combining a NOT gate with an AND gate together with the resulting truth table. So when you try to combine the AND and NOT gate, the symbol will be represented as this. So that is the symbol of combining the logic gates of AND and NOT gate. So to describe its input using a truth tables, we can have it the input 1, 0, 0 equals 1. 1, 0 equals 1. 0, 1 equals 1. So 1 and 1 equals 0. So this is now the truth tables to represent the input of the combined logic gates of AND and NOT gates. So I want you to, can you follow? I hope you're still there. So next is, we will now talk about the letter B, or let's try to describe about combining the logic gates of NOT and AND gate. So if you try to combine the logic gates of NOT and AND gates, then it can be represented in this symbol. So I want you to remember the symbol. So to describe the NOT and AND gate, when they are combined, we can use the truth tables to describe their input. So if we have 0 and 0, that gives us 0, okay? 1, 0, that gives us 0. 0, 1 is equal 0. 1, 1 is equal to 0. So these are the illustrations, or this is the way on how we represent or describe about combining logic gates. So I hope you can still follow. Okay? So another illustration, three OR gates connected together. Again, the figure 19.17, it shows the three OR gates connected together. The combination has 4 inputs now. So there are now 16 different possible combinations of input signals. So if one or more inputs is on, the output is on. Again, we are referring the signals here as the voltages. So do not be confused about the word signals in there. Okay? So these slide shows or gives us the idea about how we combine logic gates. Now let's proceed to the still combining logic gates. Let's just try to summarize. Okay? A NAND gate functions like this. Its output is off if both input 1 and input 2 are on. So do not forget this one, the NAND gate. More of combining logic gates. The NAND gates, again, the function of NAND gate, it can be described as this. The output is off if both input 1 and input 2 are on. So do not forget that one. Okay, you can take down note if you want so that you'll not forget it. So the NOR gate. So to describe the function of a NOR gate, as you can see, a NOR gate can be described its function as its output is on if neither input 1 nor input 2 is on. So I hope you'll be able to follow this one. Okay, so you could construct a NAND gate. In short, you could construct a NAND gate by connecting a NOT gate to the output of an AND gate. So N plus NOT is equal to NAND gate. Okay, so we try to derive the NAND gate in here. So again, you could construct a NAND gate by connecting a NOT gate to the output of an AND gate. So N plus NOT equals NAND. Okay, so now let's continue. Similarly, or same process, you could also construct a NOR gate by connecting, again, you can construct a NOR gate by connecting a NOT gate to the output of an OR gate. So OR plus NOT equals, OR plus NOT is equal to NOR. Okay, so do not forget that one. So again, OR plus NOT is equal to NOR. So please do not forget the concept. Okay, so that is all about the combining logic gates. So we ended with our electric circuit in combining logic gates. So now let's try to talk about electrical safety. This is very important because we can use this one in our day-to-day living. So electrical safety class, it is a system of organizational measures and technical means to prevent harmful and dangerous effects on workers from electric current, electric arc, electromagnetic field, and static electricity. So let's have an electrical safety tips for you kids. Okay? So never put fingers or other objects in an outlet. Okay? Beware of doing that one. Another, keep metal objects out of toasters. If you don't like to be electrified or will be electric shock. So never do that one. Never use anything with a cord or plug around water. Okay? So remember that one. Never pull a plug out by its cord. So that's a big no. And stay away from substations and power lines. So stay away from substations and power lines. And also, of course, do not climb on power poles, okay? So do not do that one. And of course, never fly kites near power lines. So you have to think about a safe place for you to play or to fly your kite. So never fly kites near power lines. So do not forget that one. Or never do that. Okay? So in an electrical safety class, we also have to remember about four terms rather, about electrical safety. So the first is the electrical cables. So electrical cables class, for electrical safety, it is used to connect two or more devices, enabling the transfer of electrical signals or power from one device to the other. So I highlighted the word cables. Cables are used for a wide range of purposes, and each must be tailored for that purpose. Cables are used extensively in electronic devices for power and signal circuits. So I want you to remember that one, the electrical cables. Next is the fuses and circuit breakers. I know you are familiar about this one because in your house, you have like this, of course, in order to protect from you from for electrical safety rather. Fuses and circuit breakers are both serve the same purpose. So what's the purpose of fuses and circuit breakers? It is used to protect electrical circuits by preventing overloads that can cause fire. So fuses and circuit breakers are very important to prevent overloads that can cause fire. So I want you to remember that one, the function of fuses and circuit breakers. Okay? Hello, I hope you are still there listening. Next is the fuse. The fuse provides protection against only power overloads. Again, fuse provides protection against power overloads, as I mentioned a while ago. So fuses are faster to disrupt the current flow, but they must be replaced after a piece of metal melts down. So that is the function and use of fuse in the electrical safety. So next is the circuit breaker, as I mentioned a while ago. So again, circuit breaker provides protection for both power overloads and short circuits. So again, circuit breaker provides protection for both power overloads and short circuits. So circuit breakers are specially designed switches that automatically open to stop current in the event of an overcurrent condition. So these are very important things that we have to use or remember in electrical safety. Okay? So again, do not forget the terms electrical cables, fuses, and circuit breakers. So that's all for electric circuit and electrical safety. So we're done with this. So probably you can now, not probably, you can now do your task or do the activity that I gave you. Okay? So I'm hoping that everybody is doing it, and I hope you still have a lot of time to finish it. And I'm expecting that everybody can submit it and finish it before the time. Okay? So thank you for listening, everyone. I'll just be here watching you. And if you have some questions, clarifications regarding with the activity and topic, feel free to come over here in front. Do not be shy. You can just ask questions. Okay? Is that clear? Okay, that is very clear. Okay, so I hope you are now doing your activity. Thank you for listening, class. Have a good day.